Hi guys, this is the second video for the Korg Toneworks ax3000g. What we're going to do now is some quick demos, some very simple demos of some of the sounds and things it can do. I'm not going to go in depth because you'd need to be able to play lots of different styles and I'd need a really good recording system and mics and everything, otherwise you wouldn't really hear it. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to give you a quick overview of some of the things I've got set up on mine and some of the things it came with. So let's crack on. As I explained before, you can choose between 4 sounds, 4 patches at any one time, and up here we're saying number 1, that's our set. So you've got 24 of those which you use up and down with these controls here. So you've got 24 times 4, so it's a lot that you can have saved at any one time. So obviously you can have a set of 4 for one song, variations within that song, or you can have them all individually as completely different sounds, which is quite good. Right, so we're in set 1, patch 1, and I've got this based around the classic tube amp modelling and cabinet modelling that it has on here. It's called Wolf Mother because it's what I use when I'm playing some Wolf Mother, rather unsurprisingly. Just give you a quick idea of what it sounds like. I've got a touch of reverb on this as well. This is using the which one have I got this set to? I think this is set to a studio reverb, if I remember rightly. That sort of that kind of thing. Yeah, so that's that one. So then you can move on, obviously, to patch 2. For patch 2 on mine, I've got it set up with the modern US amp modelling, open back cabinets, 4x12. That's all I've got set on for that. It's just a very high distortion. I use it for Metallica, I use it for Maiden sometimes. Slightly scooped out. So normally it's sounding something like this. And then we've also got this control here that I explained earlier. This is the control switch, and on this setup, if you put it on like that, this has now engaged the wah-wah pedal over here on the expression pedal. But you can set that control to anything. Like I've said before, I could have it for changing the amount of gain on the amp. I could have it as a volume control, turning this one on and off. I could have it turning reverb or delay on and off. That is completely assignable to whatever the hell you want, which is great. But I've got it for the wah, so that when I'm doing solos and things, I've always got that option. Sort of. That kind of thing. And that's the Vox wah that's built in, the licensed one, which I think is a wicked, totally cool piece of kit. It's quite hard to do with your hand. Like I said before, that's a bit of an effort to push that one, but I think it's good. It's a good thing. When you've got shoes on, you stood up and you're stomping all over it, it's good. It means it isn't going to break. So what else we've got? That's a paranoid type sound, but yeah, you get the idea now. I've got 4 banks of it. That's a more classical rock type sound. This is using the orange modelling that also has the license on it, just like some of the Vox stuff. And I use this for Quo and things like that. So yeah, it's a bit more old school. So that's that. So then that's your first 4, and then you go up into back set 2, kick in patch 1, and this is using the modern UK amp modelling and a small amount of tap delay. So if you can hear the delay coming on, I just use that for 3 note per string scale practice and sweeping and bits and pieces. Alright guys, this is the kill switch engage preset that comes preloaded already on the ax3000g. It's really good. The only thing I will say about it is if you've got a little amp, I've used it on a couple of small practice amps, it can really overpower the bass of them and make it very fuzzy. If you've got a nice big amp or a nice big loudspeaker that you're running it through a power amp, it's fine, but just be aware on little stuff it is very bass heavy. It is really good, and it is endorsed by the band and everything. It says in the book, obviously, to use the Killswitch name they've got to have their permission, so they've obviously worked with them on this. It's really cool. To give you an idea of the tone, it's that sort of that kind of thing. That wasn't anything, that was just random junk. So UK modern tone. That's what you get in there. Let's find something interesting for you. Here we go. Here's some craziness. Right. This has engaged the ESS expression step sequencer. And what that means is basically it's taking what you play and then running it through an algorithm inside it to modify it. And that changes depending on what step of these 8 steps here you set with this pedal. Or you can actually set it to random where it will just jump around, but I'm not going to show you that because it's a bit bloody weird and I haven't got my head around it. I haven't got my head around this, but I can show you what this does in this preset. So what I'm going to do is keep that fully back, and I'm going to play one note. I'm going to play a G up on the 12th fret of the G string. So this is the note just as it is. It's already filtering it and being strange, but if you rock this pedal forward it gets even weirder. What that allows you to do is make up these weird little riffs. It kind of reminds me of Daft Punk. Obviously I think if you're into MIDI and things like that you'll understand it a lot more. So you start doing weird things like but yeah, anyway, that shows you the expression step sequencer. This is the, what they call octafuzz. This is a different type of expression step sequencer. This is a 3-stage one. That's just picking one note again. as you can imagine, you can have hours of fun arsing around with that. Yeah, that's pretty much all you need to see. Anything else you want to know, just leave a comment. I'll try and answer it as best I can, or if there's any other amp models you specifically wanted to check out, I'll try and rig up something for you if anyone's thinking of getting one or thinking of using one anywhere. No, there is something else I should show you actually, guys. If you hold this button here down, you go into stomp box mode. This is really cool because this now allows you to your reverb, delay, modulation, amp and pre-effects are now here. Reverb, delay, mod, drive and amp and pre-effects as individual stomp boxes. And you can still run your effects loop and whatever you want, still use the expression pedal, but you can also just use your amp and add in whatever you wish at any one time. That's a basic rundown of like the tones and what it does. If there's anything you want to know about this pedal or anything you want to suggest for future videos or anything you think I can do better, please leave a comment, not stupid comments. Anything constructive and useful, please put it on there, because I love to have feedback so I know A, if people like what I'm putting up, and B, if I can do it better.